The police officer just took the handcuffs off me after 6 terrible hours in jail. They said I scared the hoe boss lady with a scary weapon, a garden hose. Can you believe that? 3 months ago, I was just a quiet old guy living on my 15-acre Texas ranch that my grandpa left me. Now everyone in the neighborhood thinks I'm some crazy guy with guns, and it's all because of Diane Weaver, the mean hoe lady. I didn't even know she existed until she told me to give up my land. Leave a comment saying, "Where you're reading from this story will make you want to check your security cameras twice." My name's Ethan Caldwell. I'm 42 years old, and I used to work with computers. I sold my computer company to a big company for so much money I could stop. Working early, my grandpa's ranch is just outside Austin, and it's like heaven on earth, rolling hills, a creek that flows all-year-old oak trees from way back, and total peace. The papers from 1943 say, it's not part of any HOA and I own the water. And mineral rights too. I thought I'd spend my days drinking coffee on the porch watching deer in the morning. That dream got crushed when Diane called me at 7:30 in the morning. Her voice sounded fake sweet, the kind that hides a mean person, Diane. Weaver was the president of Crestview Meadows in Ho that ran the fancy neighborhood that had grown up around my ranch like a bad weed. She wanted to visit me to talk about working together. I thought maybe it was about fixing fences or taking care of roads. Boy, was I wrong, really, really wrong. She showed up at exactly 9, dressed like she was going to take over a business fancy suit. Perfect hair and a thick folder full of legal papers her fancy Mercedes had land measuring tools in. And she walked around my land like she owned it, taking pictures of my barn, chicken house, and creek, writing notes like a doctor doing surgery. "Ethan, I have an amazing chance for you," she said, rolling out building plans on my kitchen table without even asking me first. "Give us 5 acres for a park for everyone. Think about how great it would be, families hanging out, kids playing, and you'd become an honorary HOA member without paying the $800 every year." The way she talked made it sound like she was giving me a crown, not stealing a third of what my grandpa left me. Her plans cut up my land trails going through my grandpa's favorite fishing spot, a playground where my garden grew, a parking lot where his ashes were buried under an old oak tree. "Diane, this is my private property. It's been in my family for 80 years. It's not part of your HOA. I'm not giving away anything." Her smile stayed the same, but her eyes got cold like a shark that smells blood. "Ethan, property values depend on everyone working together. Sometimes what one person wants has to come second. My lawyers think eminent domain could work if this gets messy." She tapped her folder, and I knew she was threatening me. "I got my deed and ownership papers from my safe. Let me save you some time." "Diane, this land is mine and nobody can touch it. This conversation is over." I opened the door for her. She picked up her papers real slow like a predator. "That's not in any hurry. Smart people work together. Ethan, I hope you change your mind before this gets complicated." My neighbor, Mrs. Clara Hensley, came out from behind the barn. She had been listening in. "She's been looking into you for 6 months, your money, your daily routine, everything. This is just the beginning. I thought standing up to her ended it. Boy, was I wrong." The next morning, county trucks surrounded my gate at 6:15 in the morning. Code enforcement, environmental inspectors, land surveyors, all carrying clipboards and cameras, acting like I was some kind of public danger. I recorded everything, asking them to prove they had the right to be there. The code officer waved papers about zoning violations and environmental dangers. My lawyer, Daniel Ortiz, said it was a planned attack. 23 complaints filed. In 48 hours, about everything from my chickens being too loud to my illegal shed, all signed by different people. But smelling like Diane's legal tricks, her black Mercedes drove up, and she announced the county was dealing with safety problems reported by lots of residents. It was like a play, and I was the bad guy. Diane brought 4 HOA buddies to make me look like a threat to property values. She showed fake photos making my ranch look like a dump, calling my compost pile dangerous to health, and saying my chickens would attract coyotes. She dug into my life, my grandpa's name, my computer company sale, even my savings. "Your grandfather, William Caldwell, was a good man. Honor him by helping." Not being selfish, the way she used his memory made me furious when I said no to her claims. Her fake mask came off. People who don't work together. Find life gets really hard. Permits get delayed, inspections pile up. Neighbors turn, mean you don't want to be the problem. Ethan, her group left, but her son Ryan Weaver stayed behind looking ashamed. "I'm studying to be a lawyer. Mom's obsessed and doing wrong things. She's got connections." "Be careful that night. My grandpa's words came back to me. This land is your freedom. Never give in to bullies. At 2:15 in the morning, my cameras caught Diane and 3 other people setting up fake violations, moving trash around, planting junk. I called her out on it. She said they were legal inspections. Then she started a digital attack campaign, a fancy slideshow called Protecting Crestview. Dangerous properties drone footage taken without my permission, showed my daily routines, feeding chickens, gardening, reading. She made me look like a weird loner who was putting kids in danger with my scary ranch. Over 200 residents watched it, and overnight I became an outcast. Neighbors avoided me. My mail carrier dodged me. The hardware store owner got cold. Diane's lies cut me off from everyone. A mental punch to the gut. I almost gave up packing boxes, ready to run away. Then I found my grandpa's letter in our family Bible stand. Your ground giving in to bullies makes them stronger. Fake legal notices filled my mailbox. Eminent domain threats, seizure warnings. Daniel said they were all fake, but the stress was killing me. Residents walked around my fence taking pictures, warning kids I was dangerous. I felt like a prisoner. Then a late-night phone call changed everything. An old voice said, "Meet me at your creek at sunrise, bring a recorder. I have proof to stop Diane." At dawn, Clara Hinsley, a 78-year-old retired newspaper writer, showed me proof that would destroy Diane's financial records. Property scams, a timeline of Diane's cheating. She had forced 3 owners to sell cheap to Sunset. Holdings where she secretly owned 30%. Diane's expired lawyer license, ethics violations, and debts from failed deals made her desperate. She needs your land to avoid going broke, Clara warned. She's dangerous. My computer skills kicked in. Using voice-checking software, I proved Diane filed fake complaints using fake names. Ryan slipped me her files folders full of information on victims, including my Thompson Ranch getting. Project with spying and mind games designed to break me. She uses your need for peace, he said. Feeling guilty, Diane's biggest mistake was a 3:30 in the afternoon call to the sheriff, claiming I had pointed a rifle at her house. Sheriff Javier Morales showed up, not really believing her. Diane's story fell apart. When he asked questions, she couldn't name any witnesses or get her details straight. Javier told me he'd been tracking her complaints for 18 months, noticing her problem neighbors always sold to her company. You're the first one to fight back, Ethan. I showed him Clara's proof recordings, financial papers, proof of cheating. Javier turned to Diane. You're being investigated for false reports, harassment, and fraud. Diane exploded, demanding. He arrested me, threatening Javier's job with her state connections when she pushed him and tried forcing me to sign a land transfer paper. He arrested her for assault, false reports, and fraud. Her purse had cocaine in it, explaining why she was so paranoid. Neighbors watched shocked as she screamed from the police car. Ryan gave me more papers, Diane's loans against my land's future profits. The community turned around. Neighbors said sorry, outraged at her lies. But Diane got out on $50,000 bail and got more crazy at midnight. Cameras caught her, and 2 hired guys breaking in, planning to plant fake evidence. They got stuck in creek mud, fighting, cursing, and ranting, showing her racism and hate. The footage destroyed her. Her last trick was a community meeting claiming I was a criminal. I showed up with Javier, Clara, Ryan, and prosecutor Emily Park. My recordings proved Diane's fake complaints. Financial papers exposed her Sunset holding ownership. She borrowed millions betting. On getting my land, her meltdown was epic, screaming, throwing papers, attacking Emily. Deputies held her back. She got 6 years for fraud, conspiracy, and harassment with $400. 000 she had to pay back. The IRS looked into her hidden millions. Her house got taken away. Ryan, the new HOA president, said, "Sorry publicly. Clara was called a hero. My ranch is safe. Neighbors are now friends." Diane got denied parole and plots revenge. From prison, as I watched deer graze, I know justice came because I stood firm like my grandpa taught me. But her evil plans' shadows still hang around, hinting at secrets still waiting to be discovered.